Thank you for joining me for a whiskey thing. My name is Marcel. Today's whiskey is Ancient Grains 5-grain whiskey from Divine Distillers. Now, Divine Distillers did close in 2024, so this whiskey is no longer in production. Part of why I figured I would be showcasing it. If you can get your hands on a bottle, this would be something interesting, just something interesting to have in your collection at least. It is from Sannicton, BC is where Divine Distillery was located. And as part of Canadian Whiskey Week and showing an appreciation for Canadian whiskey and how much more it is than just your average bland mixer, which is what Canadian whiskey is mistaken to be. Is just a simple mixer and no complexity, just an easy drinking thing. That's not really the case. When you really dive in and explore Canadian whiskey, you will find that there is so much diversity. There is so much more to just a rye and Coke. Okay. Now, the grains that this whiskey uses is barley, spelt, emmer, Khorasan, and einkorn. These grains are all ancestors of our modern grains, so our modern wheats, modern rye, and I would say modern barleys, but given that it uses barley, and I don't think there is much of an ancient barley, although I don't know for sure, can't say for sure. Let's get into this whiskey. Now, it is supposed to be these other grains that aren't typically used, like your barley, rye, and corn. These are supposed to have more nutty qualities. Apples, kind of like green apples. There's fresh apple. That's what we're going to be expecting. So a little bit additional nuttiness, probably a little breadier, more of like the bread pastry sort of thing. That's where I think it leans more towards. Aged in new American oak, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 3 years in new American oak. Has to be a minimum of 3 years to be able to be called Canadian whiskey. Going in on the nose. Oh, it's sweet honey, but more like a honey sweet. It's honeyed, it's nutty, it's bready, so it definitely does lean towards kind of bready pastry, baked goods. It's soft, 45%, so it's not overly punchy, but it still does have a little bit of a kick to it, but it is because of these ancient grains which are ancestors to our wheats, and it's not quite as punchy as not quite as spicy, not quite as floral as a modern wheated whiskey or something like that. It is quite interesting. It is very unique. It is slightly oaky, but the oak is a almost hidden undertone in it. It's a lot more nutty and bready and sweet and caramel and more of a honeyed almonds. Crusting a baked good, some kind of baked, like a cake, some kind of, like a loaf, some kind of loaf, like a banana bread sort of a thing. Now that I say that though, it's like a nutty banana bread. Yeah, honeyed nutty banana bread on the nose. That is interesting. It is quite lovely. And on the palate, spicy. A lot more spice than there is on the nose. The nose is sweet and nutty and toffeed and loafy and bready pastry, that sort of a thing. But the palate is spicy, oaky. Got little tiny hints of little bit of vanillins, but that's not your major character there in the palate. Yeah, it's spicy, bready, and oaky with, I would say, a little bit of apple in the back half. A little apple in the back half there. That is a very good whiskey. It's soft, it's gentle, it's unique, it's lovely. I did try it on the rocks yesterday, and it's good on the rocks, good neat. I wouldn't dare put it in a cocktail just because of its uniqueness, and I'm not really big on cocktails. I'm more partial to a neat pour. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you like this video, and you would probably like my other videos. Maybe. I don't know. I'm getting better. I just started not too long ago, so I think things are improving. Anyway, give a like, give a subscribe, tell your friends, give a share, and have a good night. Thank you for joining me. Cheers. Always remember to drink responsibly. Please.